Buddy, and welcome back to another episode of your favorite Christian wrestling podcast. You already know what it is. We are the Half Brothers Podcast. If you don't know what that means, look it up on Google. It'll tell you. My name is Jacob.
My name is Glenn.
And again, we're half brothers, hence the name of the podcast. But yeah, we got a good episode for you guys today. What are we going to talk about today, Glenn?
Well, Jacob, I'm glad you asked. Today, we're going to be talking about Hulk Hogan, the Legend Brother, the impact of his death. We're going to do a few predictions for SummerSlam 2025 coming up this weekend in New Jersey, a two-night event. We'll talk about that. And then we're going to finish with the new series on Netflix, WWE Unreal. Is kayfabe really dead? Are they giving away too much information? We'll talk about it. And we'll go from there. So, Jacob, with that, let's get into it.
All right, real quick. Where are you going this week? What are you doing this week?
Yeah, so it's really interesting because this week, for sure, I know, next Monday, actually, I will be going to Monday Night Raw.
So this will be Raw after SummerSlam.
This will be the Raw after SummerSlam at the Barclays Center here in Brooklyn, New York. I live walking distance from Barclays Center, which is where the Brooklyn Nets play. It's also where the New York Liberty play, and it's just it's literally a few blocks away from where I live, so we can walk to Monday Night Raw, and SummerSlam will be over by then, but it'll be my first, believe it or not, my first ever WWE or any wrestling event ever. I never went to TNA, AEW, WWE. I never even went to the ones in Ohio where they were like local ones all the time. So this is actually my first ever wrestling event. And I cannot wait.
So this is so crazy to me because he told me this before we started. We always do a little chit chat before we get started with the podcast. And he told me this like 2 minutes ago. And like, all right, let's get into it. I could not believe it when he told me this because this is the man that got me into wrestling. And I've been to so many wrestling events. Like I went to one in adulthood. The best one I ever been to was actually me and my buddy Nick. We went and seen us like last year as like a full-time roster member. Kane was still in the WWE, and it was the year that Cena was trying to get a match against Taker at Mania. And this was like, I think this was the last Raw before Mania, or it was one of the last ones before Mania. It was in Cleveland. It was at Quicken Loans or Rocket Mortgage, whatever you want to call it. And him and Kane had this great match. It was like a no DQ match. They were all over the arena, and we got like pretty low seats. So we were probably 4 rows from seeing like Cena put Kane through a table or Kane put Cena through a table or something. I can't remember exactly what happened, but we were right there. And here's the one piece of advice I'll give to you and whoever you're going with. You have to participate in chants. I don't care how you feel about said wrestler. If he's getting booed, you boo. If he's getting cheered, you cheer. If Braun Breaker comes out, you start barking. I don't care if it's embarrassing. You start barking. When Roman Reigns comes out, I better see a Snapchat video of you holding up the one to the sky. You have to participate. And like there's people talk about it on different wrestling podcasts. Like the crowd participation is a key, not only for like the performers in ring, but it makes it so much more fun. Because I went, like the one I went to with my one buddy a couple years ago, like he was a little bit shyer and we sat up higher and like there wasn't a ton of people around us. Like there was an empty seat next to us. So like there wasn't a ton of people. So people just weren't really participating in the chants, and it was so much less fun. It was so much less fun. But I went with my buddy Nick, who does not watch wrestling, who only watched wrestling when I make him do it. And he was just like a good friend. I was like, yo, I need someone to go to Raw with me. Will you go? And he was like, yeah, sure, dude. I was still in high school at the time. And he participated in all the chants and everything. We had a great time, dude. It was so much fun. So that's the one piece of advice I'll give you is you have to participate in the chants. You have to just get into it. Who cares if it's a little embarrassing? Who cares if you're the only 2 in your section doing it? You have to do it. It makes it so much more fun.
Oh, brother, that won't be a problem at all.
I didn't think it would
in my living room, I'm doing the chants, okay?
I didn't think it would for you.
Me and my roommate, it was his birthday dinner last night. We came home, and we watched Raw, and we were doing the Jey Uso in the living room the whole time, bro. When he got up on there, we always get hype. So that will not be a problem at all. Him and I are going to be going, and if we can somehow, we are going to, on night 2 of SummerSlam, we're going to keep an eye on tickets, and we're going to maybe head to Jersey and just see if we can get some last-minute deals or something. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Dude, that's going to be so awesome. That's my biggest regret was not going to SummerSlam last year, because last year was in Cleveland.
Was it at Brown Stadium last year?
It was at Brown Stadium last year. That's one of my biggest regrets was not going, dude. because
I remember
Roman came back, dude. It was so,
Yeah.
oh man.
It looked amazing. So
Yeah.
now I just want to know now the nosebleeds at SummerSlam are the cheapest ones. Are they worth it though? That's the thing. It's like, can you actually see? Because I think about that boxing match we went to at the Q, but the Q is indoor. It's smaller, so even the nosebleeds you can still see pretty well. But at like a football arena or football stadium, I don't know how it's going to look from up there.
Here's my thing. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
There's a
you're
big
not,
jumbotron.
You're not there, exactly. There's a big jumbotron, and you're there for the atmosphere.
Exactly.
Like that's what it's about. That's why I'm saying get involved with the crowd chants. You're there to be a part of the crowd, to just experience it firsthand. You'll probably be able to see them. They'll probably look like ants, but they got the jumbotrons. Like, you'll be able to understand what's happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I definitely think you guys should do it. I think you should go to SummerSlam for sure.
We're going to try to figure it out. But before we get to SummerSlam, let's talk about it. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. It's sad. And, Jacob, you and I being 26 and 29, it might be harder for us to fully gather, are you 26 or 27? Did I just mess up your age?
No, I'm about to be 27.
That's right. Okay, 27. That's in September. Okay, thank you. I was like, what month are we in? What a week it's been. There's a heat wave in NYC, and it's 100 degrees here, brother.
Dude, it's so hot here.
So what you going to do? Hulk Hogan passed away, and it's been very, very sad.
It has.
It was very unexpected, at least for most of us. Like, I mean, I knew he would die someday, but he's only 71. He was just at Raw on Netflix, and he did look awful, and screw that crowd for disrespecting him the way they did on his last ever moment in the WWE. But it has been really cool to see the love at SmackDown, at Raw, the crowds chanting for him. Last night they did another tribute at Raw to follow up on the SmackDown one, and his son was actually there, and Eric Bischoff was actually there. And so they had some people in attendance that really, were a huge part of his life and his career. So, with that, Jacob, I'm just curious. We can kind of talk about, obviously, wrestling would not be where it is without him. He is, they said it last night.
He's the George Washington of wrestling.
Exactly. The Babe Ruth, the Jordan. Like, that is Hulk Hogan.
He's the guy that started it all.
Mm-hmm. And Cody Rhodes said he was the first WWE superstar. Everyone else was a wrestler or is a wrestler. He's like, but he was the first superstar. And so, with that, obviously, we know the history, we know everything. I'm just curious though, growing up, since we were on the later end of his career when we started watching, he still had some matches in the 2000s. What are your memories of Hulk Hogan? Like, just in your lifetime, do you have any? I'm curious.
Yeah, I'll be real. I don't really have a ton of memories of Hulk Hogan. Here's one I do have. And it really wasn't of Hulk. It was, so I remember when I was young, I think it was when me and my mom lived at a duplex in Akron, and you were a wrestling fan. I was still too young to really understand what wrestling was. And I remember you telling me about wrestling, and I remember I was really into superheroes at the time. And you were like, oh no, there's this wrestler named Hulk. You would love him. He's the best. And I remember that was my first time ever hearing about him, was when you told me about this wrestler named Hulk, because I was into superheroes, and you were trying to get me into wrestling, and the Incredible Hulk Hogan, it goes together. So that's probably my first memory of ever hearing about him or anything. I didn't get to watch him a ton, obviously, because I was so young when he was retiring and everything. And then he just didn't do much. He didn't come back. He didn't do, he didn't become a manager. It wasn't really in the WWE when I was watching or anything. So I don't have a ton of memories of him, but we were talking about it at work, and everyone's like, oh, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. And I mean no disrespect, but he is not the GOAT. But we did have an episode not too long ago. Actually, it was a little bit of time away. And neither of us put him, I don't think either of us put him on our Mount Rushmore. And I want to go back and amend that because of exactly the things that we were just talking about. He's the George Washington of wrestling. He's the Babe Ruth, the Michael Jordan. He is the first WWE superstar. He's the guy that said it all. And I was telling stories that I had heard about Hulk. He was the first guy to slam Andre the Giant on live television. And like they talked about it like because him and Hulk and Andre were in wrestling before they got their TV deal. They were wrestlers before they got their TV deal. So it's like they weren't just made on TV. They were doing this without the huge audience. Like sure they drew big crowds and things like that, but not like the live TV audience, and especially not like it is today. So what they did when they got the live TV audience, Andre used to get slammed every night. People would pick him up and put him back down, and like it was this big moment in the match. But eventually, it would happen every match Andre had. He would always get slammed because people wanted to see it. And like you're always in a new city, they don't always know if it can actually happen. Like there's not social media and all these things where people know like, oh, he got slammed last week. I don't care. They're like, oh my gosh, this guy's so big. Like nobody can pick him up and slam him. And then they signed their TV deal, and Vince is like, no, he's not getting slammed again. Nobody's slamming him. Nobody's going to pick him up and slam Andre. He's so big. We're going to build this moment. We're going to make it massive. And then Hulk was the one that did it. Hulk was the one that first picked Andre up on TV and slammed him back down onto the mat and beat him. So yeah, I think, he's on the Mount Rushmore. I'm kicking DX off of there, putting the Hulkster on it. He's the founding father of professional wrestling.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to remember. I'd have to go back and look at that episode. I thought I did put him on my
You
Mount
might have.
Rushmore.
I know I didn't.
And if I didn't, then yeah, I mean, I will say this. Over the last week, as I've been digging into things again, and just like I've been watching the marathon on the WWE Vault on YouTube. That's just like Hulk Hogan marathon, all his matches, all his greatest hits, all his moments. And the more I'm watching and watching, these mini documentaries and things like that, and these, on his life, which by the way, Netflix will have a docuseries on him coming out within the next year. So that'll be another great refresher to really see what we missed out on and what we're forgetting. But I just realized like there's so much that you and I missed because we just weren't alive. We weren't born. And then also like in the 80s and 90s, like really in the 80s, wrestling almost died. And like the WWE was almost, totally irrelevant. It was a nerdy thing. And he brought it into the mainstream. And the storylines that he told, and just like everything we see now, everything, even John Cena, who we both agreed was the GOAT, everything he's doing, Hulk Hogan did first. Like the heel turn.
John Cena wouldn't be able to do if it wasn't for Hulk doing.
Exactly. And like when you watch John Cena's heel turn, we didn't. I didn't see it coming. I think you texted me that moment, right? Like right before it happened. But I don't think either of you or either of us were. Maybe you were. I can't remember. I had that wasn't even in my mind that was going to happen. Maybe now because the internet, there's leaks and stuff. Maybe somehow some people kind of thought or predicted it. I don't remember hearing that at all. I remember everyone saying Cody's going to turn heel because the whole thing was the final boss wants Cody's soul, right? So like, when John Cena turned heel, I was like frustrated. I was emotionally drained from that. I called you. I was like, I can't believe this. But dude, if you watch Hulk Hogan's heel turn in the WCW, it was so crazy. These guys, Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, were terrible guys. They were big heels in WCW. Hulk Hogan, who had been the good guy for nearly 2 decades, the all-American hero, Hulk Hogan, right, comes in his yellow and red Hulkamania stuff, the Hulkster, the bandana, everything comes in, and I think it was Warrior, the wrestler, the Warrior was there, and he comes in, and Hulk Hogan and him had always been like friends or teammates or whatever, both good baby faces. He comes in, looks like he's going to save him, gets Kevin Nash and Scott Hall out of the ring, looks at them, and then leg drops right on to Warrior, and that crowd was so pissed, and they threw beer cans in the ring. It was the craziest. Also, WCW was wild. Yeah. But, like, the crowds were just on a different level. I mean, so was WWE Attitude Era. But the way that he went to WCW, turned heel, and almost put the WWE out of business because of how big he got there and the NWO and all that, like, it's just, like, it's the greatest heel turn ever. Cena it was great. It's amazing. But when I watch and I see the history of that, of like who he was in the culture, even like he was America. Hulk Hogan was America. Like, that's what he was. He was in movies, all this stuff. So it's just, I actually want to redact my statement of John Cena being the greatest of all time, because I do think Hulk Hogan is the greatest of all time. And I've been watching his matches too, like so many matches. The dude, well into his 50s, was putting on good matches still. And Cena is not 50 yet, and he's gonna hang it up. And Cena
His matches are terrible.
And there have been terrible matches, and also Cena has been more of a Hollywood guy. He kind of changed. Hulk Hogan had the show Hogan Knows Best. He did some acting and commercials and stuff, but he never fully left the WWE, or he never fully left wrestling for an extended period of time.
John Cena was never in Rocky. Like,
yeah. That's the other thing. So it's just like, I don't know, man. I'm watching these matches, but dude, if you look at The Rock's Instagram post for Hulk Hogan, read the caption. It's beautiful, and watch that video, man. It's in like 2002 at WrestleMania 18, excuse me. Hulk Hogan came back to WWE after WCW goes out of business. Hulk Hogan is the heel. Rock is the babyface now. But then they're booing Hulk and the whole build-up and everything. They're booing him at Raw, booing him at SmackDown. It's clear that it's like everyone hates Hogan. But then his music hits for WrestleMania 18, standing ovation, cheers from the crowd. And they're meeting face-to-face in the middle, and people are now cheering for Hogan before the match even started because they're like, wow, this is greatness.
Back, finally.
He's back. Like, it was just like, it was insane, bro. You got to watch The Rock's post, and you got to watch a little documentary on WrestleMania 18, because Hogan was not expecting the crowd to react like that. The Rock was not expecting the crowd to react like that. And Hogan actually changed up some things in the match so that they didn't boo Rock when Hulk put The Rock over. So it's just genius stuff, man. And I think he's the greatest of all time. I think that when I watch and I look back, it's just like Cena is the GOAT of our generation. I think Cena's number 2. Or they're both tied at 1. But they both saved wrestling, and they both carried wrestling during their time. So
yeah. No, you're not
Any other
wrong.
thoughts on Hulk Hogan?
I would say it made me want to try real American beer.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Have you tried it?
No, I don't know. I don't know where to get it. Honestly,
Yeah,
I have
I
to
don't
look
either.
it up. But
That's my thing.
But I do now. I do want to get it because also. Can I just say his theme song is one of the goated. We can agree his
Goated.
theme song.
I was out with my friends this weekend, and they were shutting down the dance floor. Last song they played, and I started going crazy. Nobody else knew what it was. I started
Where
going
was
crazy.
this at?
The Upper Deck.
Let's go, dude. Respect.
Yeah, bro. I started going crazy. Nobody knew what it was. I was like the only person there that knew what it was. I was like,
That's
bro,
cool.
how does nobody know? But
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this is Hulk's theme song. We gotta stay. We gotta listen to this.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's crazy,
dude.
man. The last thing I will say is I did get to watch. Yeah, it's so good. I got to watch him a little bit at the end of his WCW thing. I don't remember. I remember watching the Bill Goldberg match, not in real time, but I watched a lot of wrestling, like VHS tapes. I used to get those. I used to like take them from my dad and my uncle and stuff, and like sneak them and watch them, at my grandma's house and everything. So I watched a lot, as a young kid, but I was 3 years behind, right? But Hulk Hogan, I did get to see him on SmackDown in like 2002, 2003, like on Thursday Night SmackDown at the time, and he would wrestle. He actually won the championship one more time, and he defended it on SmackDown a couple times, I'm pretty sure, or on a pay-per-view or something. But then he turned into Mr. America, and he would wear this blue mask for like a few months, and they had him do a lie detector on like, are you Hulk Hogan? And he was like, no. And Vince McMahon was like, you liar, you SOB, you're Hulk Hogan. He's like, and they're like, he's telling the truth, sir. And then he's like, let me see that. That's not working. So Vince McMahon puts it on, and they start asking him questions, embarrassing him. And it was like, Mr. McMahon, Mr. McMahon, are you attracted to Tori Wilson? And he was like, no. And it's just like, it's a really funny, it was real comedy, dude. But, yeah, so I got to watch his matches when he was older, and he was still looking really good. But Rip Hulk, we love you, we miss you. And I will just say this. When someone dies, I don't feel the need to talk about their worst moments. I don't feel the need to bring out their sin unless they were unrepentant, right? The man said some terrible things, and he might have done some bad things, but he asked for forgiveness. He apologized over and over again. And I'm not even going to say what I'm talking about because the media just loves to, when a man dies or a woman dies, that's a celebrity, they just go right to the bad stuff. Listen, we're all sinners. We all sin. And when I die, if someone at my funeral is just bringing up my sin, then, that would suck because that's not how you should remember people. We're forgiven. And I just want to say Hulk apologized for the things he did. He reconciled that with people. And we don't need to talk about that all the time. Let him rest in peace. He's dead.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I know that he gets some backlash and has some hate, and like obviously his last WWE appearance, he got booed. But I genuinely have no idea. I have no idea what he did and why people have beef with him. I know the New Day don't like him, so I'm assuming it has something to do with some racial stuff.
Yep.
But I genuinely have no idea what actually happened or what he did, why people don't like him. But I will say at your funeral, I'm definitely going to be the guy that's like, hey, no, he was racist. We all should hate him.
Yes. Yeah. Please do that.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, I would love that. Start with that. I think Moochie and Cameron will say that enough, actually. I think they'll take care of that. Yeah. Well, with that, Jacob, SummerSlam's around the corner.
Right around the corner. This weekend.
Yeah, what's going on with SummerSlam? What are should we go match by match? What are you feeling? Or you want to talk about SummerSlam and just like also actually let me start with this.
Yeah.
WrestleMania is the #1 event of the year. Is SummerSlam number 2?
Yeah.
Okay, agreed. Someone the other day was trying to tell me, no, the Royal Rumble's number 2, and I'm like, I think SummerSlam's
I kind of feel that though.
It is
like
amazing.
Royal Rumble, the only reason I say Royal Rumble's number 2 is because it kicks off the road to WrestleMania.
Yes.
And it's like one of the coolest matches they do all year long.
It's so cool.
Like it's such a cool match. So I won't argue with somebody if they say Royal Rumble's number 2, but SummerSlam is number 2, Royal Rumble's number 3. But I'm not going to argue with people that say Royal Rumble's number 2 because it's like it is very close. But SummerSlam is like, hey, we're out of WrestleMania. We're out of the wake of WrestleMania. Dang.
That was powerful.
We're out of the wake of WrestleMania. It's time to... I feel like SummerSlam is what really kicks off like the new season in WWE. Yeah, it's like you have the build up to WrestleMania, you have WrestleMania, and then you kind of have the fallout from WrestleMania. And in SummerSlam was like, hey, this is where all the new stuff is happening. This is when we start building those stories to WrestleMania. Although it really wasn't a ton of the case for this WrestleMania, because like we had Cody and Solo at SummerSlam, and Roman came back, and then they did Roman and Solo at Raw, the first Raw on Netflix. Which I mean, it makes sense. It was the first Raw on Netflix, but like still, like they didn't do anything. Not a whole lot that happened at SummerSlam correlated to anything happening at WrestleMania. But Chris Van Vliet, whatever his name is, posted the card. Dude, he posts so much. Holy smokes. Here we go. So night 1, do you have some thoughts you want to talk about? You want me to just go through the card? What do you want to do?
Well, we can. I feel like, let's see.
I'll say this. I'm excited for SummerSlam. There's a lot of good matches. A lot of people are crapping on night 1, but there's quite a few matches on night 1 that I'm excited to see. Like they have people that like I don't watch everybody. And I don't watch every single week, but what I do watch every single week is clips on YouTube. If I see one of my favorite guys was in one of the clips on YouTube, I always watch that clip. I'm always paying attention. So I might not be able to catch Raw or SmackDown every single week, but I always am catching the people that I really like and I really mess with. And on night 1, there's quite a few people that I really like and really mess with that are performing.
Let's go through what you're excited about on night 1. Let's just do that. We'll go with the big matches on night 1. We don't have to do every single match, but the big ones that you want to talk about.
Gunther and CM Punk. Like Punk's second championship match, but the first one that you can think that he could maybe win. Nobody really thought he was going to beat Cena. Come on, Kez. Nobody really thought that he was going to beat Cena, so it wasn't really that believable.
Yeah. I think she's rooting for Gunther, bro. I'm not going to lie, because she's getting real mad here and you talk about CM Punk like this. Well, folks, We are this podcast brought to you by Interrupting Dogs.
Interrupting Dogs.
Do you have one? Get one.
Get one. No, genuinely, she's a joy in my life. Yeah, so Gunther CM Punk, I'm excited for that one just because it could go either way. Like, I could see Gunther winning. I could see CM Punk winning. I want CM Punk to win. I want him to be world champion. And this is where I'm thinking we're going to see that cash in. I'm really believing these rumors that I'm seeing that Seth is not hurt.
Is
it's
a work?
I'm hoping it's a work. It would be so sick if it was a work. But this is where I'm starting to believe those rumors. I think because of all the people he doesn't like, it's CM Punk that he hates the most. And if CM Punk wins that thing in a dogfight with Gunther, to where he can barely stand after the match, you're hearing "Burn It Down." Seth's coming out to the ring, smacking him upside the head with the briefcase. Braun's gonna spear him. What's his name's gonna tsunami him, and then Seth's gonna cash in and win the world title. If CM Punk wins, if he doesn't win, that's not happening. Don't even think that we're gonna hear Seth Rollins' music. There's no way he cashes in on Gunther.
Right.
But I am excited for that match, and I like Gunther a lot. He's a great heel. Think he needs a more defining signature move. Like, I hate that Jey Uso does the spear, because like Roman does the spear, Braun does the spear. Those guys are not related. Roman Reigns is your freaking cousin. He's the biggest star in the industry right now, and you're doing the same finishing move as him. Don't like that. But then we also got the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, and his cousin, who I was just talking about, that stole his finishing move, versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. And the build-up for this has been great.
Well, real quick, who are you picking? Who did you say you're picking? Is that your prediction then, that CM's going to win it?
Yeah, Punk's going to win, and Seth's going to come cash out.
Okay. Wow, all right.
And then, Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. That's a tough one to predict, but I can't root against my Tribal Chief. I can't say that I think he's gonna lose. So yeah, I'm going Roman Reigns and Jey Uso to win that one, and I'm really excited for it because again, the build-up has been great. Did you see what they did on Raw this week?
Which part?
Where Braun speared both of them through the barricade, bro.
Yes,
dude.
I did see that. That was
so
insane.
Good. The build-up has been so good, man.
Yeah, I'd love to real quick.
Go ahead.
Jump in and give my take on the CM Punk Gunther stuff. I do disagree with you.
Oh, you think Gunther's gonna win?
I think Gunther's gonna win.
So you think Seth is really hurt?
I think Seth is very hurt, and just because I've watched that video and the way the LA Knight, I mean, if that's a work, bro, then it's a great work. And I don't know whether to be happy or mad about it, but it's like I could see this, though. I could see CM Punk is getting ready to beat Gunther, and Seth's music plays or something, or he
just
sends
to distract him.
Yeah, or the ref gets knocked down or whatever, and his boys go out there for him. It could be
Braun
Braun.
Breaker
I guess Braun has a match, but it could still be Braun. What's that? Why I always forget the big dude's name?
Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed, yeah. It could be, I mean, they could go out there and do something, some shenanigan or something but I do think that Gunther, like, he won the title back from Jey Uso. I don't think that he's going to give it up that quickly again. I think with Gunther, I mean, he retired, he beat Uso, he retired Goldberg. He's got to beat Punk. They got to keep him as this, like, I think he's going to go on a long title reign. And I would love for CM Punk to win a title at WrestleMania next year.
So here's the only thing I'll say about that is, I mean, it seems like the plan was either for Goldberg to win at Saturday night's main event and Seth to cash in.
I would have loved that.
Or B, that the injury was a work. So it's like Gunther's title reign wasn't planned to be long. If either of these things is true. So it's either Seth's injury is real and Goldberg was supposed to win, ending Gunther's title reign, making it short, and then Seth was going to cash in on Goldberg, or the injury was fake, Gunther was supposed to beat Goldberg, and Seth's supposed to cash in at SummerSlam. So regardless, I don't think that the title reign for Gunther was planned to be that long, and I don't want it to be. I understand he's this big heel, but I'm sick of seeing the belt not change hands. Like, we need
and that's
to
why
see.
That's
it
why
can't
he's
be
gonna
WrestleMania
win.
and SummerSlam the only time we're ever seeing the belt change hands. Like,
I agree.
It can't.
I agree. I just think he
loved
needs
that
more than
beat him
3
on
title
Raw.
defenses. You know, I think like this
Yeah,
would
he had
be.
like 12 last year.
I think he needs a few more, and then who knows?
I mean, dude. So Chris Van Vliet also posted a lot of John Cena's title reigns, bro. So many of these are small, like 14 days, 5 minutes, 49 days, 49 days, 49 days, 21 days, 133 days. 133 days is John Cena's second longest time he's held the title. 133 days. 21 days, 14 days, 84 days, 20 days, 380 days. Or no, that was his third longest because 380 days and 280 days are the longest he held it. But like, so many of those title reigns are short. It's okay to have a short title reign. It's okay to get beat.
You're right. I just think someone else is going to take the title from Gunther later this year.
Do you have somebody in mind?
I do.
Cody Rhodes.
No, but maybe that could happen.
Rhodes.
I think it's going to be the Viper.
You think?
I think because Randy has made it clear that he's going for what, number 50 now, or
Yeah.
and I don't think he's going to get it from Cena.
I think it has to be, man. I think they're doing this whole last time ever thing because it's gonna be Randy.
I would love that. That would be my dream.
Randy.
But I could also see Gunther defending the title a few more times, and then Randy being the one to take it from him. Now, if Randy's a double champ, dude, I'm here for that.
He's been
Randy
double champ before. I don't want to see Randy be double champ.
Dude, but then he could jump to Cena. He'd be like 15 and 16 in 1 year, and then be like, Cena, I'm coming.
Coming for 17.
I'm coming for the Intercontinental title to go for. I don't know. You can't do that. But anyway. All right. Well, moving on to the next one that you were going to talk about. Sorry, Roman.
But yeah, anyway, I'm just going to name the ones that I'm excited about. Because, like, there's 2 in here that I'm not real excited about. I'm not real excited about the Roxanne or Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez versus Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair.
Don't care.
I like that Charlotte Flair is being a tag team, trying to boost the tag team division. She's a superstar. Same with Alexa Bliss. She's a superstar. They're trying to boost the tag team division. I like that. Don't really care about Raquel and Roxanne, to be honest with you. Don't really care about Roxanne, to be honest with you. She's my least favorite in this match, least favorite on the card. But I'm here for Gunther Punk. I'm here for Orton and Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul.
I actually am too.
I'm here for Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. I'm here for Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill. And then Sami Zayn, Karrion Kross. Like, I like Sami Zayn. I like Karrion Kross. I don't love that it's a SummerSlam match. But, I mean, I won't turn it off if it's on the TV. But I'm here for most of the card on Saturday. And people are crapping on the Saturday card. But, like, a lot of those are good matches.
Card. I think it's a better card.
Of the 2?
All around. I think overall it's a better card.
Than night 2?
There's more depth, I think.
No way. Bro,
Am
night
I looking
2.
at the wrong card?
Maybe. I mean, cause I'm looking at Chris Van Vliet, whatever his name is, the dude that does all the interviews.
In the chat?
Yeah. I'm sending it to you on Instagram.
Okay. Yeah, do that.
Night 2, Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles. I'm here for it. I love Dominic. I like AJ. I'm here for it. John Cena and Cody Rhodes. If Cody Rhodes wins, we riot. Solo Sikoa versus Diego Fatu. Great match at Night of Champions, whatever that was. I can't even remember. Or King of the Ring. Great match. I love Jacob Fatu. I like that he doesn't have the belt. You like to see a babyface not have the belt, have something to chase. So I'm here for that too. Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria. I'm here for it. And then Naomi versus Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley.
All right, you're right.
The last triple threat.
About that one.
Yeah, the last triple threat women's match they had for a world title like that was a 5-star match. First 5-star women's match in WWE history. They're gonna repeat the success. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, whenever it happened. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, they're great. They're great in ring together. They are great in ring together. And then you're throwing Naomi on top of that, who's super underrated. So yeah, night 2 is just loaded, dude. Just loaded. So many bangers on that card. And you're gonna finish off with Cena and Cody Rhodes.
I gotta apologize. I thought the women's triple threat was on night 1. So I agree with you. Night 2 is where it's at.
Yeah. Night 2 is going to be incredible. Speaking of Becky Lynch, we'll just take a quick detour real quick. Did you watch Happy Gilmore 2?
No,
Oh,
not yet. I gotta
wow,
watch. I gotta
dude.
watch the first one. I gotta watch the first one again. Actually, I'm
Oh,
gonna
okay.
do that.
I
think
thought
I'm
you were
gonna
about
do
to tell
that
me you
tonight.
haven't watched the first one.
No, I gotta watch it again because I heard there's so many cameos
There
and
is.
callbacks that
There
I need
is.
to watch the first one to get a refresher.
Right before I hit play on the second one, the first one was right there. I was like, maybe I should just watch the first one to get a good refresher. And I wish I
Yeah.
would have, because Steve he was off that day that it came out, so he watched the second one earlier that day, then watched the second one with me when I watched it again. But he had watched the first one after he watched the second one. He said he laughed harder when he watched the second one the second time with me, because he had just watched the first one again and saw all of the callbacks and all this stuff.
All right.
But it was great. I loved it. There's so many cameos. Becky Lynch was in it. MJF was in it. Nikki Bella was supposed to be in it, but they cut her scene. She was super mad about it. I don't care. Kelsey Plum was in it. Don't love Kelsey Plum anymore. I used to love Kelsey Plum, but now she's a big Caitlin Clark hater, and Caitlin Clark is doing bits for the WNBA, so I don't like Kelsey Plum anymore. But yeah, there's so many. Reggie Bush was in it. Travis Kelce, Bad Bunny. Like, there's just so many cameos, and my favorite golfer was in it.
Eminem.
No, but he was in it too.
I did see that he was in that. Yeah, no, I have it pulled up on my
You're supposed to
screen
guess
right
who my
now.
favorite golfer is.
Rory McIlroy.
Nope.
Is it if it's not Phil Mickelson, that's my guy, and he hasn't been in the PGA for a minute, I don't think. It's not Tiger, you're not a Tiger
Well, they had
guy.
live guys in there as well. They had two
They had
PGA
what?
two. There was two PGA, two live guys on
okay.
the team.
Was it gosh, why am
It's
I
a
not
live guy.
thinking
I'll
of-
tell you that.
Okay. Why am I not thinking of names right now? Hold on. I don't know, bro. Who is it?
Bryson.
Oh, okay. I should have known that.
Bryson DeChambeau, baby.
Yeah, I
just
should've
because he does
known
so
that.
much stuff on YouTube, and I watch a lot of YouTube golf, so I
Okay.
love Bryson. But yeah,
That's fair. Well, I did not watch that. I will do that though, and I will get back to you on that, and we can talk about that another time.
But
But
yeah.
so I'm sorry for ruining that.
Becky
That
Lynch
probably
was in
could
it,
have
and
been
she did pretty good. I'll say that.
Okay.
She did pretty good.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a great movie. Anyway, yeah. So where were we at, bro? As for our predictions,
So we
were
were
at Roman
talking
Reigns
about-
and Jey Uso. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso are going to win that. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They're winning that match.
Disagree. I'm taking the heels
okay.
on that one.
Okay.
Only because I just feel like they're really putting a lot behind Braun Breaker. And Bronson Reed has been like kind of – it's crazy because it's like he's been looking like a fool in some of these segments. But it's like bro is big. And
Bro
he should
is
be
big
more –
and jumps off the top rope. Like,
yeah, he should be more of a dominant guy. And I feel like this moment, I would love to see a great match, obviously, but I think it would be good for the build if Bronson Breaker and Bronson Reed win it. And the thing is, the reason that I'm going with the heels a lot right now is because I just think you need to have a heel, a strong heel that everyone hates to see win, and really build that so that it's that much better when
They
you
lose.
finally
Yeah.
get the right babyface to win. Because that's how you
Yeah.
build a babyface, too. And I just think that, like, you know, I don't know. I think with the whole with Seth Rollins being out and Paul Heyman, you know, kind of leading the way with these guys, you gotta. If it's just like these guys are big, I'm Paul Heyman, watch them, they're gonna destroy you, and then every time they're made fools, then it's like it's always gonna be like, oh, here comes the clown show with Paul Heyman.
yeah, that's
you know?
that's.
But
that's
Paul
fair, that's a
Heyman
fair
has
point.
Paul Heyman has always been the advocate for these destroyers. Brock Lesnar, you know, like now there's moments where they get embarrassed, but I feel like now is the time for them to lock in and just start destroying people.
Yeah, that's a
So-
fair point. I'll give you that. We got Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. Rumor is Drew McIntyre is stuck in the UK and is not going to
saw
make it
that.
to this.
What happened? How did
I don't know.
how are-
No idea. Just saw that the rumor was that he is stuck in the UK, cannot find a flight back to America, and will not be there.
Dude, and I saw the Miz put his name in the hat too.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, if Drew's not going to be there, I want in. Which Miz is a heel.
I
Would
love
make
the
sense.
Miz.
I love the Miz. He's from Cleveland.
Yeah, I'd be all about that. I mean, I love Drew McIntyre. He's a beast, and I want to see him. But
yeah, I'm rooting for the heels on this one. I'm taking your stick, and I'm taking the heels on this one. I'm going LP and Drew McIntyre just because I'm a big LP fan, man. I like seeing that dude perform.
you can't
He's
have
good at what
Jelly
he
Roll
does.
win.
Yeah, you can't have Jelly Roll win. I mean, honestly, I'm rooting for Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre, but I think that Randy and Jelly Roll are gonna win.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I got to give it to Jelly Roll. He's actually been putting a little bit of work in. You
Yeah.
know, it seems like he's been taking it way more seriously than Travis Scott.
Oh yeah.
I will never forgive them for Travis Scott being in John Cena's 17th.
Well, they were supposed to do a lot more with Travis Scott, but Travis Scott pulled out.
I know, but it just never made sense.
Did you hear what
Logan?
I mean, did you hear what Drew McIntyre said about Travis Scott?
I did, I love it. I love it.
Like I think that's real. Like I think that's shoot. Like I think he genuinely does not like Travis Scott as a human.
Oh yeah, I think everyone was pissed because he disrespected the sport, dude. He disrespected this that they give their lives to. You think you can just come in and do that, and you actually physically assaulted and busted the eardrum of the champion.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna
come back and actually have a match or do anything about it. Yeah, I'm with you.
And you didn't get your butt kicked for it like you should have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Cody should have broke character and just gotten up and just started wailing.
Cody should have actually socked him in the face.
That would have been amazing, and then that would have been crazy too. Because then you have real drama on stage. Nah, that's Jerry Springer though.
But yeah, that would have been great.
All right, what other matches are you excited about then?
Then we got Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill. I'm up in the air.
It's always Tiffy time for me, bro.
I was gonna say I want to see my girl Tiff win. It's always Tiffy time. I'm with you, but Jade's a beast, man. And Jade's big problem in AEW was that she wasn't that good on the mic, and she's gotten levels better on the mic in WWE. And she's just a freak, bro. Like she's a freak athlete. She's very good in ring. I think it's gonna be tough for them to not have her win this match. Tiff's been champ for a minute. She is a respectable champ. I think she's earned respect in the industry, and I think that's what they were trying to do, putting the belt on her. They were trying to get her to be respected as one of their big stars, and I think it worked. I think mission accomplished. But I also think they could build a big rivalry with Jade and Tiff to just keep going. Because they're two young stars, like what they did with Rhea and Bianca. I think they could do the same thing with Tiff and Jade. They came in around the same time. They're getting their start around the same time. One of them's champ. One of them wants to be champ. Like I think they could do something special with this. I just hope that they do. But I want to see my girl Tiffy win. But I think Jade's gonna get the belt.
I think you're right. Actually, I'm rooting for Tiff. Love Tiffy time, but I have mad respect for Jade, and she's freaking jacked and
she's so good.
She's a beast, so she does deserve it. If she wins, I think you're right. That'd be a great build. That could be a great rivalry. I'm gonna just agree with you on that one completely. I think that's spot on.
All right, we're doing the whole card for night two.
All right,
starting off with Dirty Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles.
Yeah. Gotta go Dom.
Yeah,
I gotta go Dom on this one, man. You gotta
Dom.
keep building him up. And AJ's getting, I don't know how much longer AJ has, but
I agree. Well, and just everything they're doing with Dom is working, dude. Like,
dude, the Mexico City thing?
Yeah, the Mexico City. Yeah, that was great. The Mexico City thing was great. The crowd was hot when he took his mask off. They loved it. And then the whole I'm not clear to wrestle. You can't touch me, AJ. You can't touch me, AJ. And then Nick Aldis, whoever it was, asked him. He was like, "What were you doing out there? All of a sudden, you can wrestle a little, or you can get involved in the action." He was like, "It was adrenaline in my soul," which is Cody's theme song. Like he's so good.
So good.
He's just so good. He's so good, and I just want to continue seeing him be the heel, have the belt. He's the heel that he is supposed to be. Like he's not the heel that's gonna, beat the crap out of you and do all this stuff. He's gonna win as slimy and
scrappy,
as sneaky as he possibly can. He's gonna find the easiest way out, and he's gonna take it, and he's just gonna keep soaring from it. Yeah. And I love seeing it. I think he's doing a great job with the belt, and I want to keep watching it. He's one of those people that I watch. Like when I scroll through YouTube and I hit WWE and I start looking for the clips of the people that I like. If I see Dominic Mysterio, I watch that clip.
Yeah,
I don't do it for AJ Styles. So I'm hoping Dirty Dom keeps the belt on this one.
Alrighty, I'm with you there. What about Becky Lynch and, well, I just lost it.
Lyra Valkyria.
Yeah.
Don't really care, to be honest with you. I'm rooting for Becky, but I don't really care if she loses. I think Becky's purpose is so, like, Becky and Charlotte Flair, like they're both sort of serving the same purpose. They're building up these other belts. You know, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss are trying to build up the tag team belt. They're trying to get more people interested in the women's tag team division, and I think it's working, just not as much as maybe they want it to. But I also think that's because of who they're facing. They just kind of had to throw Roxanne Perez in because Liv Morgan is out. If we're talking about Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan versus Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair, that's a really interesting match. That's something I'm paying attention to, but we're not. So in this one, we're talking about Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria. That's what they're doing with Becky here. They're trying to build the women's IC title belt up. They threw one of their big stars into that division to try to build up that title. And it's worked. I've paid attention to it. You know, the segments and stuff are good. I'm just not the biggest Lyra fan, which is why I'm not super interested in it. But at the same time, I wouldn't be mad to see Becky lose the belt because that means she could go after a world championship belt. So, yeah, not super interested in this match. Kind of thinking, kind of hoping Lyra wins just so Becky can get back into the world title scene.
Yeah, don't know, don't care. I've not followed this storyline at all. So at this, I fast forward through this when I'm watching.
Dang,
so.
dude. Becky's really good.
Yeah, she is, but it's just not my cup of tea. What's next?
We'll go back to some men's here. We'll go Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu, the Samoan werewolf. What we think is happening here?
And I really want Fatu to get the title back. And I do think the heel thing I talked about, it is the case for certain characters right now, certain wrestlers right now. But for the role that Solo is playing, I don't think he needs to keep the title. And I would love for Fatu to get the title back. So I just am a big Fatu guy, to be honest, man. I just love watching him wrestle. He's so big but he's so athletic. He's such a beast, and like he doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
It's like he just wrestles.
I was gonna try to do his "you know what I mean" thing, but I just can't even pull it off.
But so I'm going with Fatu. But you know, Solo has been so good in like the promos, and like when he got arrested a couple weeks ago, that was like so funny. Like he's fat. Like I really like the shtick he's doing right now, and honestly, he's probably one of my favorite heels. I think.
I think he's one of the most underrated guys in the company.
I agree.
Like he's very funny.
Yeah.
But he's not an R-Truth type guy. Like he's not a comedy wrestler, but he's very funny. Like he's hilarious.
Yes, and with that, I will say I want Fatu to take it because I do think Fatu can keep growing, but I think Solo's ceiling is just higher than Fatu's as a star, and I would love for him to start being in bigger matches. So if you take the title away from Solo, you know, maybe down the line Solo's going for the heavyweight. I could see him as the heavyweight champion one day. You know what I mean?
I think I could see both of them as heavyweight champion. I think both of their ceilings are probably about the same, to be honest with you. I rate both of them very highly. I think, you know, with all the other people that they've had in like the bloodline, like the Solo bloodline, not the bloodline.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think both of them could be bigger than the Usos. But that's but that's a big task to do. Like the Usos are one of the biggest tag teams of all time.
Yeah.
But I think both of them are superstars. I think both of them are, you know, they're very fresh. They're very green. They're very early in their WWE stints, and I think they're both going to be legends. But like in the new bloodline, I think they're the only two real serious members. Tonga Loa, Tama Tonga, these other guys that they've just kind of thrown in there. I don't really care. But Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa I do care about, but I do disagree. I think that it's time to see Solo hold that belt for some time. I think it's time to see him really stomp through some people. I think it's time for him to establish his new bloodline, and I think that they come back to this story somewhere down the line. I think what they should do, and this is just some fantasy booking here, is bring the bloodline out, bring it. I don't even know if that's what he's calling it. I'm just gonna keep calling it the bloodline. The bloodline with Tama Tonga and all these guys that I don't know. Bring them out and hurt Jacob Fatu. Hurt him, get him off of TV for a while. And then he comes back later down the line after Solo's kind of, you know, stomped through some of the mid-card people. He's held that belt for a while. And then Jacob Fatu gets a rematch at it. And then he takes the belt off of him. he's the guy that kind of dethrones Solo Sikoa. I don't think Solo has had enough of like a reign of terror yet with the belt for it to make a ton of sense to take it off of him, or at least make a ton of sense for me to want to see them take it off of him. So I'm going Solo in this one.
All right.
Next up, back to the women's. We got the triple threat match: Naomi versus Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley. I'm thinking Naomi's keeping the belt here, to be honest with you. I know Rhea has been itching to get that belt back on her. She got it back off of Liv for a brief moment in time, like maybe a week or a month there. It wasn't super long before she lost to Io. I know Rhea's itching and she, she wants to be world champion again. But Naomi just got the belt. I don't think Naomi's going to lose. I do think Naomi's going to find a way to win this match. She's the only real heel in this match. Rhea's kind of like an anti. She's like right in the middle. She's a babyface, but she could also be a heel if she wanted to. Io is a babyface. And Naomi's the only true heel here. Honestly, now that I'm saying that, I actually think Rhea might win. I think Rhea's going to win, actually.
I love how you just verbally process that in real time.
No, I think Rhea's gonna win.
I could see Rhea winning and then finally defending her title against Io Sky and winning that title defense in a one-on-one. But I could also see Naomi keeping the title, have a couple number one contender matches, and then Rhea take it from Naomi one-on-one down the road. And then have the build to the Io Sky title defense where Rhea Ripley, retains the title against Io Sky. I'm going to go with Naomi on this. I love Io Sky. She's my favorite. She's my favorite female wrestler.
Okay.
She's just, because I just think the stuff she puts her body through, dude, she's like a rag doll.
She's crazy.
She's crazy, but she's so sweet. Like, it's just like, but she's a beast.
Yeah.
She's like so athletic, so good, and she puts her body on the line. Dude, she's like, every time she does a match, I'm like, you're dead. And then she gets up after. I saw a meme. It was like Io Sky after doing something that nearly took her life.
Yeah.
I was like, literally, bro.
Every single time.
Insane. And I just have so much respect for her in what she puts her body through and the matches she does. It's always she had a match against Stephanie. What's her name? Stephanie.
I have no idea.
The one girl, Velasquez or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
I can't remember her last name, but. That was the only match where I was ever like, oh, Io was like not at her best, but I think something had happened and like she was genuinely like a little banged up, but she kept going. And I was like, dude, if that's her banged up, it's still better than like so many wrestlers. And like, she's really the one. When I saw her and Rhea Ripley, actually wasn't when Io took the title from Rhea on Raw. When I watched that match, I was like, dude, the girls like are better.
Yeah, they're good.
Like sometimes, a lot of times, the girls are like taking over the night. They're stealing the night from the guy matches because they're just doing more. They're wrestling more. They're wrestling better sometimes. So yeah, man, she was really the one that made me start really getting into the women's division more and being like, wow, this is like legit talent. It's not the WWE divas I grew up with, which was all eye candy and barely any wrestling.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, they're good.
All right. We got one more, right?
Yep. Let's bring it home. Main event. John, the never-before-seen 17 Cena versus the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. What do we think's happening?
Dude, I genuinely have no idea.
Really?
I genuinely have no idea. I have no idea. I mean, there's hints that Cody is going to turn heel and Cena's slowly coming back to his senses. But I still don't know what that means about the title.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, I just think Cena needs to keep the title until his last match.
Yep.
And I think his last match should be losing the title. So,
yeah.
So I would love to see Cena turn babyface again somehow. And I think a Cody heel turn could be dope. Even him, like, making John Cena sign the contract, which is illegal, the way that he did, was just so good. And, like, seeing that Cody has this fire in his eyes. Like, I'm like, he's like, I have not been a fan during his heel segments, like, or like his good heel stuff at AEW. I was not following that, right?
Right.
But I could see it. I know he's been a heel before, right? And I think he could be a really good heel for a little while. So, I'm gonna go Cena on this, but I genuinely I have no idea. Like, is Cena gonna win? Are they actually gonna wrestle this time? Like, it's a street fight. So who could come? People can come in then, right? It's like no disqualification is it's a street fight, right? Like, you can do anything.
Yeah. I don't think Cody's going to turn heel. I think WWE is great at what they do. I think they want people to speculate. I think they want people to think that that's going to happen. I think Cena's going to stay the heel. Cody's going to stay the baby face. And I think the belt is going to stay on Cena. I really don't see a whole lot of way you don't have the belt on Cena. And again, like I've said 100 times before, it cannot be Cody. It's just too textbook. It's too right in your face for it to be Cody. It can't be Cody. We need, for Cena's last run ever, like, he's not going to do this again. We need something bigger. And I understand Cody's supposed to be the biggest babyface in the industry. I understand that he's supposed to be, the guy. But it just can't be Cody. It can't. So yeah, I'm really hoping it's not Cody. I don't think Cody's going to turn babyface. I mean, I don't think he's going to turn heel. I don't think Cena's going to turn babyface. I think Cena's going to turn babyface at some point, but I don't think it's this match. But I don't think Cody's going to turn heel for a very long time. They're looking for that steady babyface. I think. I could be wrong. I mean, Roman's a babyface now. They could be riding with Roman as their number one babyface and then flop Cody and make him one of their biggest heels. But that's just what I think is going to happen. But I'm with you. I would love to see Cody turn heel here. And I think that's the only way that they could take the belt off of Cena is if Cody turns heel and does some sneaky stuff to win that belt. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be Cena. He's going to stay heel. He's going to find a way to win the match. And I think we're going to get something big for how he loses the belt.
I sure hope so, man. And I think you're right as far as WWE knows what they're doing, but they also let Travis Scott be a part of the biggest match in recent years. So
that's true.
Sometimes they flop, but I think they've learned. I think you're right. They're going to do something big. I just don't know what it is.
Well, and also here's another thing. Roman Reigns. John Cena has never beat Roman Reigns in a one-on-one match. So I think at some point they're going to give Cena that win over Roman. I think at some point they're going to give it to him, and it would be more meaningful if that match was for the belt.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: does the final boss make an appearance at SummerSlam?
No.
Is he done?
I don't necessarily think he wants to be done, but I think the WWE is done with him.
It's unfortunate
because it is, but it isn't. Like from what I've heard, he was supposed to show up at WrestleMania, and he didn't. Not necessarily just didn't get on the plane and come, but kind of bailed on a couple weeks' notice. But he was a part of the storyline. He was a part of the plan for Cena to win, and then it was like, hey guys, I'm not going to make it. So I've heard that, it was kind of on him why he wasn't there. So yeah, I just don't, I don't want to see him, start something he's not going to finish again. I don't want to see him get involved if he's not going to, if it's not going to be meaningful to the story. But maybe it will be meaningful to the story. Maybe that's why he didn't need to come out at Mania, because he was going to come out at SummerSlam and help Cena keep the belt. I just don't know. I don't think so. I think it's very improbable. I think it's very improbable that we ever see him wrestle a match again, unless it is a one-on-one match against Roman Reigns. I think unless it's a one-on-one match against Roman Reigns or John Cena. I think that's the only thing that we could possibly see.
If The Rock wants a retirement match, he'll get a retirement match.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I think that match is against John Cena or Roman Reigns.
Yeah. I would love to see it against John Cena. I would love to see one more John Cena and The Rock.
Yeah.
He does want to do against Roman. I don't want to speculate, because I've read conflicting reports on if The Rock was supposed to or not or whatever. And then also I've been seeing some clips on just from the Unreal show, which we're going to talk about real quick. But it looks like a lot of the hate The Rock is getting, or that has got, is a lot of internet trolls and stuff as well. He looks very hands-on in the creative process, and when I'm watching some of these clips, you can see how into it he is. And so I like to think he does still care, but it does seem like him and Triple H still, they've never really liked each other, I guess, and it's always been business, and I think that can make it difficult.
Yeah.
With that said, sounds like SummerSlam, we both think Cena's keeping it. Those are our predictions for SummerSlam. this weekend in New Jersey. Hopefully, I can be reporting live from the scene. If so, we'll have some clips and stuff that we can put on our social media from it. If not, I will be reporting live from Raw the following Monday. Now, last thing, because we're about to hit an hour, but we'll just go real quick. We'll take like 2-3 minutes to talk about this. I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to start watching it. I've seen clips from it. You've seen clips from it. But the big series that's out now, everyone's talking about it that's a WWE fan or wrestling fan. WWE Unreal is what it's called. And it's about going behind the scenes and breaking kayfabe and seeing the writer's room and how everything goes. The clips I've seen are pretty cool. And we already know that it's scripted. But what do you think, Jacob? Do you wish we were protecting the kayfabe more, like how Vince McMahon did it? Or, since we already know all this stuff, do you like kind of seeing the behind the scenes? What do you think? I want your thoughts.
Yeah, I'm the latter. I like seeing it, man. I understand it's kayfabe. I get it. It's like, most of the time these wrestlers do the best work with the people that they actually mess with the most, like the people that they're actually the closest with. Like, we all know that. There's a reason the Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens matches are always bangers, is because they're best friends. Like, they love each other. Like, there's a reason that John Cena and Randy Orton was such a great rivalry, is because they're friends. They actually like each other. Like, when Cena helped Cody win the championship last year, who was buddy in the ring celebrating afterwards? John and Randy, because they're actually friends. You do the best work with the people you're actually friends with. We were talking about Goldberg a couple weeks ago. Goldberg said that the people that took the best spears were his actual friends, the people he talked with the most in the locker room. He said one of his best friends in the company is Christian Cage, who took the best spear ever from Goldberg. Christian Cage. It's like, that's how it works. Like, we understand that now, especially because social media. And there's some old heads saying that, we're destroying kayfabe. Like, kayfabe's already broken enough and we're beating it up even more. We know it's kayfabe. Yeah. There's no need to continue protecting it. The only thing that matters is that we don't know what's kayfabe right now. We don't know that Seth Rollins' injury is kayfabe or shoot. We don't know. It looks shoot. It really looks shoot. But it could be kayfabe. And that's what's the most important thing. If you're going to tell me something at WrestleMania or something at Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber, whatever it was kayfabe, that's fine. That was 6 months ago. Who cares? Like, it's the moment's gone. It's past. It doesn't matter. Or the stuff with Matt Hardy and Edge back in the day. It was incredible knowing that was a shoot. It was incredible knowing that was real. Like, it was incredible knowing that wasn't kayfabe. But, like, I don't know, all these old people saying like, oh, we got to protect kayfabe. We're destroying the wrestling industry. No, we're not, dude. Shut up. Like, it's awesome. I'm going to start watching it. I haven't watched it yet. I've only seen clips, but I'm going to start watching it because I like this type of stuff. I tell a lot of people when I watch wrestling, I watch for the Seth Rollins knee injury to be like, wait, was that real? Did they mean for that to happen? Like, was that planned? That didn't look like it was a part of the plan. Oh, he botched that move. Like, he definitely botched that move. He didn't mean to do that. Like, that's what I watch for a lot of the times now. That's what I'm paying attention for. I watch for the storyline, but I'm paying attention to all those little snippets where I'm like, I don't think that was supposed to happen. Like, I don't think that was a part of the plan. And then seeing how they adjust, seeing how they change and everything. So I love this type of stuff. I'm super excited for it. I'm going to start watching it. I've seen some clips, and the clips that I've seen make me want to start watching it.
Yeah. I'm mostly with you. I think for me, it's like wrestling, I do think it was more powerful and stronger with kayfabe, but I was also younger, and I was believing it anyway, and it's just like, and there was also debate, the kayfabe, even before, like, I mean, the 80s and 90s, like, it was kayfabe, but, like, also it was questionable if it was real or not. Like, people, it wasn't, like, determined, oh, this is fake until they came out and said, yeah, this is, like, scripted. For the longest time, there were debates on, like, is this real, is it not, right? Like, is this really, are these people really like this? So, and it was a different time. I think once kayfabe was broken, though, and we accept it, the fans are still with it. I think it's not a huge deal now. So I'm with you on that, and I want to watch it. I'm going to watch it. I'm excited. I will say this: I think it's cool they're doing this. I think it should be a one-time thing. They don't need to do this all the time. Let's do it this one time. Give us a sneak peek, because it also then all the critics that are like wrestling's fake. Why do I? Maybe they'll watch this and understand it more and appreciate it better. Maybe they'll be like, oh, now I see, like, it's a story that they're telling, and so maybe that'll help, and it could bring more fans in, right? So who knows? I think at the end of the day, it looks cool. I'm gonna watch it. I'm excited to watch it, but I don't think they need to do this every year. I think you're doing this a one-time thing, and don't do it again. But like, I think it could be a cool thing.
They're definitely gonna do it again.
You think they're gonna do another season of it?
Yeah, for sure. Maybe not. They only
I don't know if
one season of some other stuff. Maybe not.
I think it's a limited series.
Oh, well, then maybe they only do one.
I'm just saying I don't need to see it all the time. You know what I mean? Like we can do it now, but I don't want like every week. I don't moving forward like this month's behind the scenes. Watch the writers' room on YouTube. It's like I don't. Because then it also like I'm watching some things like hearing their thoughts and where they're at. It's kind of spoiling some things that could happen moving forward. Like Punk was supposed to win the Royal Rumble initially, I guess, and then they switched it to Jay. So they still have, they wanted Punk and Gunther to be at WrestleMania, and now it's now. So it's like, so they did that later. So it's like there could be other things in there. I don't know. We'll watch it and we'll give a real review sometime. But anyway, I'm excited to watch it. I can't wait. Closing thoughts, Jacob. Hulk Hogan, SummerSlam, unreal. What's up?
Yeah.
Amazing. Exactly. Well, I'll end with this. Alrighty. When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside, you got to take a stand. It don't help to hide. Well, you hurt my friends and you hurt my pride. I got to be a man. I can't let it slide. I am a real American. Fight for the rights of every man. I am a real American. Fight for what's right. Fight for your life.
Oh, I messed it up. Dang it.
That's okay. We'll get the lyrics to you next time.
All
Folks,
right.
This has been the Half Brothers Podcast. Thank you. Have a nice day. And until next time, keep smiling. Peace.
Bye.